Right, so let me bend this. Okay, I think I'm visible now. Yes, I think the orientation is all right now. Okay. Hi, hello everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to this session. I'm really excited, guys. I'm so excited. In fact, I wish I could express my excitement in visibly, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited, guys. Welcome to another monthly webinar. As you all know, for those that don't know, we've been hosting this webinar since November. Yes, November last year. We host it at least once every month. I think we skipped December because of all the festivities and stuff, but we've been hosting these webinars since November last year, and the point of conversation in each and every of these webinars is how we can improve our businesses, how we can improve ourselves as professionals, as business owners, with in the age of artificial intelligence and technology. How you can start to improve and grow your business, grow your revenue, and a bunch of those things. And we've been having several talks back to back, and several things like that. It's been so exciting. It's been so exciting. I really enjoy. I enjoy these sessions. I enjoy these sessions. For me, you see, impact is when we get to communicate value like this. When we get to communicate value, speak about how your life is currently changing, how you can transform your life, how you can change your life completely, and that really gives me great joy, guys. That really gives me great joy. If you've been watching my videos on YouTube, if you've been seeing my videos on YouTube, you would know that I speak a lot about impact. I speak a lot about transformation, whether it's in my personal growth content or it's in my AI content. I speak about transformation, how you can transform your business, how you can transform yourself, how you can become a better version of yourself, your business. And this has been the goal of all of our webinars. This has been the goal of all of our webinars. So it gives me great joy, guys, when we have these sessions. And I'm so excited for the families on YouTube, for the families on Google Meet, for the families everywhere. Welcome to this live session. Yes, hi everyone, hi everyone. Welcome to this session. It does me great honor that you guys find time, make time, even out of your busy schedules to attend these webinars. I mean, it's really nice. It's really nice that you guys are hungry to learn and hungry to gain something that can help you, whether it's in your business or whether it's in your professional life. And I promise you, I came loaded tonight. I came loaded. I came with weapons. I came loaded tonight, guys. I came loaded tonight. I have so much information I want to share. I hope the 1 hour that we have will be sufficient enough to share this information. So if I were you, I would probably pick up a writing material. I'll pick up something as I'm going to be passing. We're going to be passing so much value, so much value. Of course, please, if you have any comments, if you have any questions, if you have anything, you can always drop in the chat session. Our admins are here to respond to you. I'm also here to respond to you on any questions you might have. But yes, thank you so much, guys. We are going to be hopping right into it. But before we hop right into it, let's do a bit of introductions. Tell us where you are joining us from, what your name is, where you are joining from. Tell us your name and where you are joining us from. Tell us your name and where you are joining us from. So wherever you are, whether you're on YouTube, wherever you are, just tell us your name and where you are joining us from. Tell us your name and where you are joining us from. Tell us your name. I'm going to introduce myself, of course, but I mean, let's even open the floor. Let's open the floor. I want to meet you guys. I really want to meet you guys. Like I said, I'm excited. I don't want to be talking without knowing who I'm speaking to, without knowing who you guys are. So, if you just tell us your name, where you're joining us from, tell us your name and where you are joining us from. We are going to be kicking off shortly. We are going to be kicking off shortly. All right. Femi from Lagos. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Femi from Lagos. I believe that there are some persons on this chat. I mean, even if there's just about 5 to 9 of us, I think we can make some conversation. Tell us your name and where you are joining from. Nice to meet you, Femi. Lagos. Nice to meet you. Femi, why don't you tell us what you do? What do you do? Are you currently a 9 to 5 or you run a business? What do you currently do? For those that are just joining, please tell us your name and where you are joining us from. Amazing. Funke from Lagos. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So, Femi and Funke, if you don't mind, just tell us what you do. What you guys do. Are you guys 9 to 5 hours or you guys are business owners? You own a brand. Femi is a teacher. Amazing. Amazing. Impressive. 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 Funke, how about you? What do you do? What do you do? So I'm guessing Femi is a 9 to 5. Impressive. I mean, we're going to be talking about lots of stuff. You are going to glean a lot. Um, Before we go on, Funke, what do you do? I think you guys are my active. You guys are my active. My active. Yes, you guys are active on this chat. Okay, Funke says she's the 9 to 5 as well as an entrepreneur. Wow, that's very industrious. That's very industrious. That's really industrious. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to be kicking off. We're going to be kicking off, and I'm going to give a bit of introduction. I'm going to give a bit of introduction before I hop right into the topic for today. As you guys are probably aware, my name is Temitope Ajayi. Like most of you guys, I currently I founded the company TAA with several brands and sub brands under it. Temitope Ajayi Associates with several brands and sub brands under it. Brands around Assisly and several others. You see, that's even besides the point. You see, what led me to this point, what led us to this point was the need for making impact. And let me explain that. You see, a couple of years ago, I tell this story a lot. I tell this story a lot. But I mean, it's always nice for new joiners to listen. So a couple of years ago, I when ChatGPT had just launched, you see, I was one of the unbelievers of ChatGPT. I didn't want to believe that an AI tool can take over what a human being could do. And you see, I tell this story a lot. Some persons don't want to accept the reality, but the fact is that it's the reality and it's happening to some of us already. I didn't want to believe that an AI tool can literally do what human beings can do. Say, for example, you won't believe that AI can come up with scripts or do assignments or do research for you and several kinds of things like that. We didn't want to believe. I was a non-believer. But you see, um, after ChatGPT launched and many people started to adopt, many people started to adopt ChatGPT, many people started to adopt the use of artificial intelligence. I figured out that I was really slacking in my performance, and that was particularly in the organization I used to work around 2023. Yes, 2023. So I figured out I used to slack in the organization I was working, and after several backs and forths towards the end of that year, I had to I unfortunately had to leave the organization due to one conversations or the other, and because my performance was not as great, and eventually I had to let go. I had to let go of the job. And you see, I realized around that same period that several persons like myself, all over the world, I started taking a look at analytics. I started taking a look at the charts, and I realized that many people started dropping comments, soft comments like, "Man, AI is gradually taking their jobs." You see, there was this lady, I read her story online. This lady from India, she's a graphic designer, so she used to make designs. She has a bunch of clients on Upwork and several other platforms like that. So she used to have clients and all of those things. But she realized that her clients, her customers stopped reaching out to her. And what was the problem? They said they could not do their designs even much better and faster. Usually, she would take a couple of days to try and deliver on a customer's design, and that's she being fast and creative. But then they realized that there is now AI that can help you to get this job done faster. And that's one important thing that people need to start to realize. That's really important. You see, I was speaking on Wednesday and I was talking about how artificial intelligence is transforming the way we do business, the way we do profession. You see, I won't solely talk about artificial intelligence tonight. I will also speak about how it pertains to business owners. How business owners can gradually start to take advantage of artificial intelligence. How you can start to make more for your business. In fact, as a professional, I will also talk about how you can make more money for yourself or create other sources of income for yourself. How you can create several things for yourself like that using artificial intelligence. But I'll get to that shortly. All right, I think we're getting more comments in the comment section. Amazing. If you're joining us, introduce yourself and let us know where you are joining us from, what your name is, where you're joining us from, and what you do. Amazing. You are from India. Nice to meet you. I'm Timotokwe from Nigeria. All right, so I was talking about I won't call her a friend, someone I knew from India as well, who she used to work as a or she works as a graphic designer, but unfortunately started losing customers, started losing clients, and some of the feedback she was getting was that these customers were saying that artificial intelligence now takes up the role. Some of the things that she used to do for them, some of the jobs that she used to help with, they realized that artificial intelligence can now do it better. You see, even much more recently, I think someone from Pakistan, yeah, he was formerly employed to help with designs. He was like a standby professional designer for a particular brand in the US. And I witnessed, I was on the conversation, I was on the call when they had to let this guy go because they felt that some of the things that he was doing, they could easily do it on Claude. They could do it on Claude AI. And I mean, for those of you that have heard of Claude, you know of the crazy things that Claude does. In fact, we won't get there tonight, but we'll try and touch a bit on that. So, you see, many businesses are now starting to manage their brand. They are starting to automate their work. They are starting to use AI for all of their different processes. And whether you like it or not, we are gradually falling under this. I know some persons will argue and say that AI has not gotten to that level yet. Say, for example, they will tell you that AI cannot take my job, maybe because you are a manufacturer or you are a producer or you are working in the farm, for example. But let me ask you something simple and basic. Let me ask you something simple and basic. Um, unless you are maybe a market person that maybe just takes your goods and you carry them to the market and you sell there, and maybe you're a peasant farmer, maybe you're a peasant farmer who just sells to survive. If you have a business around farming, there's no way you will tell me that you don't manage records or you don't have records. There's no way you tell me that you don't manage customers or have customers stored somewhere, that customers details stored somewhere. There's no how you tell me that you don't employ other persons to come and help you. There's no how you tell me that you don't have suppliers who you would buy from. And you'd also have vendors or persons who would buy from you yourself. All of those things are part of the nitty gritties of each and every business. So all of those things I'm pointing out are different areas that people are starting to replace with artificial intelligence. Let me give you an example of supplies. I was speaking on one of the live sessions a couple of weeks back, and I was telling of how we help someone set up an AI tool, an AI agent. Now, what that does is that it helps you to, with simple things like ChatGPT or Claude, we go online, we check on different websites, we go online, check on different websites, and we figure out, we look for suppliers online. Now, after finding all of these suppliers online, we check their websites, or we check their page, we check their Instagram page, or any information they have online on social media, we check all of those. Once we check all of those, we check what they are offering. So this is for you as a business owner to listen. So businesses now, or people are looking for customers online. People are looking for customers online. So we check online, we check for the customers that are found online. So you see, one of the most important things now is that as a business owner, if your business is not online, if your business is only maybe in your neighborhood or amongst your friends, if you are not putting anything online, then you are in big trouble because the times are coming where you won't be able to run or operate a proper business if you are not online. Say you are not on social media, say you don't have a website. There is no way to run a proper business if your business is not online. So let me continue with what I was saying. So what we did was that we then set up this AI tool that checks online, checks for suppliers in a certain region. It checks for suppliers in a certain region. After checking for those suppliers in that region, it then helps you to pick which ones should we buy from and which ones should we not buy from. What does it check? It checks what you are offering. It checks what your product is. It checks your review. It checks what people are saying about you online. After checking all of those things, so it's not even looking at how beautiful your design is. It's not looking at how fine your website is or how fine your page is. He's looking at all of those things. And once he figures out what he wants, he's now able to decide whether we should buy from you or we should not buy from you. Now, the moment he picks who he wants to buy from, he can even automatically place the order and buy from suppliers on your behalf. So you can see people are already taking away the jobs of procurement officers. Procurement officers that would formerly be in charge of sourcing for suppliers, looking for suppliers everywhere, then procuring from them, and all of those things. We have eliminated that gap just using an AI agent. We have eliminated the gap of sourcing for suppliers, finding suppliers, bargaining with suppliers, learning about them, and getting the product. So all that needs to happen is that we find them, AI makes payments, and the suppliers deliver. And that's how it operates. So we've gotten to a point where there's just so much that artificial intelligence can do. And I think every person needs to start to open their mind. Every person, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a professional, whether you are, I mean, whoever you are, you need to start to open your mind. You see, there's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of possibilities we can now start to do with AI and technology. And I know that there used to be a time where people would say that, oh, it's maybe scammers that are online, or maybe these are online. I'm not denying the fact that some persons have perversed the use of AI and technology. That's undeniable. We have a lot of those. But the truth is that there's so much possibilities that you can start to do for yourself and for your business online. So I'm going to be talking about how you can start to automate your business process. I mean, the importance of artificial intelligence now, how we can start to position ourselves, how we can start to automate the way our businesses operate. If you are learning something tonight, type I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. If you are with me, if you are learning something, type I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. If you are learning something, type I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. I'm going to be passing on so much value tonight, so much value tonight. And if I were you, I will start to bring out my writing materials. I'll start to take a thing or two down. If you're learning something, type I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. All right, amazing, amazing. So before I move on, I think I should mention that the goal of this webinar, I'm not looking to waste your time or to tell you gimmicks or some things that I have not done before. So these things are things that I have done. I have practiced and I have done many of these things. I've even helped several businesses also set up some of these things. I think I was giving several testimonies, and I mean, I sometimes like to be confidential about my customers, so I don't like to state their names or maybe their business names. But I've had several customers who, I think there was a customer we had last year, and I was saying this on Wednesday during the live session on Wednesday. A customer we had last year when we had just newly launched. So based off relationship, we got the referral, and I mean we got the job. What was the goal? The goal was to see how we can put this customer in the online space. How we could put this customer in the online space, and we can get her to start using technology to manage some of our processes. So this customer had several operations. They had several things that they were doing. And many of these things were manual. They were writing some of these things down. They were manually tracking some of these things. These things were mostly word of mouth and several things like that. So one of the biggest problems that they had then was that they wasted a lot of time in manual processes. They were doing things that were not productive for their businesses. And this is one of the most important things that business owners are wasting time on. You see, the moment a business owner starts to realize that this thing is no longer profitable or is taking my time, he wants to eliminate it. He wants to eliminate that process. So we don't want to waste time. So time wastage, repetitive tasks, we help this customer eliminate all of these things. And this customer then realize that, oh, if I have enough money, if I can buy back enough money that I can invest in other things, say other things like my ads, other things like my marketing, other things like getting more customers or maybe improving our product line. This will definitely improve the way our business was running. And I kid you not, in a matter of 3 months, in just 3 months, this customer was able to do times five of what they were doing just 3 months ago. Times five. That is to tell you that many businesses are wasting time on several operations that are taking your time and that are consuming your money. Sometimes you want to do design, you want to make a design. I'm giving an example, one of the most basic examples. You want to do a design and you have to go and meet somebody to help you with a creative. If that person does not do it well, you pay more money, you keep paying more money, and several things like that. Now, with artificial intelligence, you can easily craft your idea still on the same artificial intelligence with so much speed and precision. You can craft your idea and then create these designs on that same page, on that same space, just using AI. Now that saves you money. That saves you money. The money you would have spent on getting a designer, you would use that money in maybe putting into your ads, or putting into, say, for example, getting more customers, improving your product line, and several things like that. So you see, it's a matter of saving time, reducing repetitive work, improving your consistency and growth. It helps you to become more consistent. You see, sometimes some people ask me why I'm able to post so much content. If you check on my YouTube, my TikTok, or my Instagram, we launched about, I think it's about 7 months now. We've been posting consistently for the past 7 months. You'll see that we post so much video content, so many video content. We also post so much designs. We started posting so much designs. Now, some people start to ask me that how am I able to keep up with all those postings? Sometimes we can post up to 10 times a day. That's 10 videos in a day, 10 different videos in a day. So it surprises people and they're like, how are you doing these things? The simple answer is I'm able to do these things because I'm able to semi-automate my business processes with AI. Usually in the past, I'll spend so much time waiting to find the right post, waiting to find the right content, waiting to find the caption, waiting to even post itself. But now with AI, I'm able to eliminate all of those stress. You see, the time it takes me to find out the content I want to post, to find out to post it, to find all of those things, even posting the content themselves at their specific times, I eliminate all of those because I have artificial intelligence. I'm able to create even more content. I'm able to create even more content using AI. So I churn out content every single day. And mind you guys, I'm not a designer. I'm not a designer. And my business is still growing. My business is still growing. But I have so much room for growth. There's so much time I can spend on other things that are productive. And I have so much time on my hands that I can spend time on some things else that are productive. I can start to delve into other things that are productive for me. If you can see my shelf here, you can see I have a bunch of books. I have a lot of time back to myself so that I can read more, study more, and learn more. And you see, that's the whole point of it, right? That's the whole point of it. So that's the goal for this webinar, really. How can we start to eliminate all of these excess processes? How can we start to eliminate all of these things? I won't tell you lots of technical, because when we're talking about AI and technology, there's a lot of technicalities around it. And I won't lie to you. That's true, that's correct. There's a lot of technicalities around AI and technology. But you see, even around all of those, there is a simplified way that even someone that does not know anything about technology, someone that does not know anything about tech, can simplify it and can start to run his own business and operations day to day. He can start to run his own business day to day. So, what are we talking about here, really? What are we talking about here? How can AI manage your business? I mean, usually we would just give me 1 second, please. Excuse me. All right, so usually we would have would have streams of employees, different people doing different tasks, different people performing different tasks, different people doing different kinds of things, and usually it used to cost a lot of money. The other persons will agree with me that those that started businesses much earlier, you spend so much money just getting your setup, you spend so much money getting your business running, you spend money on employees, there's just so much work that you need more hands. Now, what are we talking about here? We're talking about a digital staff that can help you to perform all of your activities without doing anything. I'll give an example of a business that we helped a couple of months ago. So you see, in February, there was this business owner that came to us. She was just starting her business. She was into the exportation business. She wanted to start exporting food. She wanted to start exporting food outside Nigeria. And then what was the play about? Number one problem she had was that she had design problem. She had design and video problem. I mean, she was not a videographer, she was not a graphic designer. She wanted to employ someone that could be doing these things for her on a standby. But she couldn't get that service because it was expensive for her. It was expensive for her business. And she was a small business owner. She can't be paying someone, say, 100,000 naira, I mean, in naira terms now, 100,000 naira, 200,000 naira, just to be getting her designs every single day. Now, that was problem number one. Problem number two, this woman was a 9 to 5er. This woman was a 9 to 5er. That is, of course, you guys know 9 to 5ers. So she has time for her business, very little time for her business, but she also needs to make time for her 9 to 5. And Whether luckily or unluckily, she works from Mondays to Saturdays. Whether luckily or unluckily, she works on Mondays to Saturdays. So the time she has left is maybe just like one day on a Sunday, just to rest. Bessie says, of course, of course, those are 9 to 5 hours. So she only has one day to rest. She only has one day to rest. Now you see the problem now becomes, when does she have for her business? What time rather does she have for her business? What time does she have to build her business? What time does she have to promote herself online? I will divert a bit here. If you're a business owner here, if you're a business owner and have an online presence, please and please and please start to change that immediately. If you're a business owner listening to me and you don't have an online presence, say you are not on any social media, or you don't have a website, you don't have a page somewhere that people can browse online and see you, start to change that immediately. I mean, it's like you're living in the 90s. Start to change that immediately. Why? Because if anybody wants to find you now, how do they look for you? They go online and they search for you. They go online to find you. So if you are running a business and your business is not online, your business is not online, somewhere online. Some people will say, "Oh, my business is online and posting on WhatsApp." WhatsApp is not it. I mean, WhatsApp is not it. WhatsApp is only a community of the people that you know. You only save the contacts of people that you know. That's what WhatsApp is. So if you say your business is WhatsApp, please, that's not exactly a business. You should have an Instagram page, a YouTube page, a TikTok page, or even have a website where people can come and they can find you. So if you're a business owner here, in fact, we can't talk about anything. We can't teach you anything. We can't tell you how to do anything if you don't have an online presence. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. You see, there was, I think I heard a story, whether true or not true. I don't know. I don't know how certain it is. Now, there was this person that was going to get a job. Now, he was so qualified. He was so good. I think it was more of a, it was more of an importation. Was it importation or a service-based business that he was running? So it was so good that he had lots of recommendation. He had people talking about him here and there, people telling him that, oh, he does well, he does this, he does that. So you see, the time that this guy was going to have a breakthrough, and that was going to have a really huge gig in millions, in millions. And what was the question they asked? After doing all of the interviews, can you do this? Let's see your quotation is good, let's see that, let's see that, let's see that. And he showed them everything, everything looked perfect, everything looked good. So they didn't ask him that, oh, we've asked about everything. Can we see your page to see what you have done in the past? And then it became a problem. He started hearing things like, oh, my page is inactive, it was brought down by Instagram, it was brought down by this, brought down by that. And unfortunately, this guy could not get his job. Why? Because the client said they were looking for reviews, something as simple as reviews. Something as simple as reviews. What customers said about him on his social media page. That was what they were looking for. And because they had no reviews, they lost trust in him. They didn't trust that he could deliver the job. They didn't trust that he has done it himself in the past. Maybe he contracted it out to someone. But they wanted him to do the job specifically by himself. So unfortunately, they didn't give him the job. So unfortunate, but they did not give him the job. And that's the reality of many business owners nowadays. You see, if you're a business owner and your business is not online, you don't have a business in business. You don't have a business in business. So back to the topic. We're talking about artificial intelligence as your 24/7 employee, your 24/7 digital staff. For those of you that have heard of what is called a what's it called now? A digital assistant. Is it a remote assistant or a digital assistant or a virtual assistant? Yes, a virtual assistant. For those of you that know a virtual assistant is a person that works remote and is able to help you handle all of the menial tasks, all of those small things, small things, and it takes it out of the way for you. So much so, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can be your virtual staff. I still see many persons who the only thing they use artificial intelligence for is to go and do Google search. Maybe you're trying to search something on Google. You now go on AI, you go on ChatGPT, and asking ChatGPT, what is this? What is that? You see, you are wasting so much potential. You are wasting so much potential on your ChatGPT. And honestly, I feel like knocking your head because you are still part of the 90% that is using ChatGPT. I mean, I used to say that there's a top 90, there's a 90% of people using ChatGPT, which is like the masses. Now you see, there's another 9% of people that are really good, but they're not there. Now you see, there's a top 1%. These top 1% guys are really good. You don't have to be in the 1%. If you just enter the 9%, then you are good. Then you are really good. So, what are the tasks that AI can help you handle? We talk about AI customer support. Whether it's about sending replies, automated replies, lead qualification, FAQ handling, appointment scheduling, follow ups. And you see, it's funny how some of these things are free for business owners. In fact, I was doing something a couple of months back, and I was telling business owners that if you have a business and you are looking to have a virtual assistant, and I mean, I'm still going to open this. I'm going to open this floor. Just try it out. You don't use it for free for like 30 days or 14 days to 30 days. Use it for free. We built a virtual assistant that literally helps you to respond to your customers' messages. So, where is your messages coming from? So, for some persons on WhatsApp, for some persons on Facebook, for some persons on Instagram, whichever it is that your messages are coming from, we help you to automate that response. So, you don't need to spend time responding to messages. This person is asking for this, that person is asking for that, this person is asking what's the price of this, that person is asking what's the cost of that. We created a tool that literally helps you to respond to all of those messages without you lifting a finger. And I mean, I've been using this on my Facebook. Sometimes I go on Facebook and I see many customers inquiries, and I realize that many of these guys are not serious. Many of these people are not serious. And for those that are serious, I mean, I eventually take them seriously and I bring them into a much closer conversation. But what is my point? My point is that you now have a virtual assistant. You have an assistant that can help you to manage your daily operations. Whether you are a professional, I'm going to be coming to professional shortly. I'm going to be coming to a professional shortly. But really, you can now get instant responses on whatever channel it is that you are making conversations on with your customers. If you want something like you're interested in something like this, you can probably just privately DM me. You can privately DM me or reach out to the contact that maybe introduce you to this live session. Or you can drop your contact. You can drop your contact in this chat so that we can have a quick connection, we can have a quick sync. So we built a tool, like I was saying, we built a tool called Assistly. Assistly helps you to manage all of these conversations, customers inquiries, customers asking for this, customers asking for that. He manages all of those things and he helps you to process all of those things and makes meaningful results out of your business. So you see, businesses are losing serious money. Even as a small business owner, they are losing serious money because they are not able to respond to customers in time. They are not able to save time. They're not able to save costs. They're not able to do things efficiently anymore. And that's how businesses are wasting lots of time. Several businesses. So we talked about AI for content and market branding. I was talking about how in my business I use AI to automate half of my content branding. I'm going to teach you some of those things. I'm going to talk about some of those things, and you can even try it out wherever you are. So you see, I'm a content creator, and I am someone that just wants to push so much content online. I want to push so much content online, and you see, having so much videos, so much designs, posts, and several things like that, it can be a lot. I mean, cutting videos, maybe editing videos, cutting videos, creating designs can be so taxing. But I'm able to do that in very short a time. In fact, sometimes I spend 1 to 2 hours of my day, maybe the first 1 to 2 hours of my day, creating several content. Sometimes I create up to 12 contents for a single day, which is crazy. 12 contents for a single day. Now, I use AI to create all of my content. Literally, if you see any graphic design content I make, maybe except once in a while when I bring in a much more creative mind and I tell the person, okay, maybe just spend time try to design something for me, come up with something unique for me. But literally, 99% of my designs that you see are AI generated. 99% of my designs you see are AI generated. Whether it's my thumbnails, whether it's my post, whether it's whatever it is, they are AI generated. Only a 1% do I give someone to come with a creative mind and come and create something uniquely for me. So I eliminate all of those stress. Usually, if you want to create a design, for those that are familiar with Canva or other image creation tools, you know that if you want to create an image on Canva, you will spend so much time. I mean, coming up with the idea, you first look for a template. After finding a template, you then start to look for how you want to remove something, add something, edit the text. Before it takes you to create one Canva design, it could take you up to 1 hour, 30 minutes if you are much faster. Sometimes it can take you literally up to 3 hours, 4 hours, half a day, a whole day, just to create one Canva design. But I'm telling you that I create five designs in less than 30 minutes. 5 designs, and I can go more if I want to. I create 5 designs in less than 30 minutes. So I'm wondering how businesses are still wasting time on things you are still complaining that my business cannot thrive, my business cannot do this, my business cannot do that. For people that are professionals, you are working in a professional space, you are looking for a side hustle. You can easily start to create design content for businesses. There are businesses that are willing to pay you tens of thousands of naira or whatever amount in dollars or whatever your currency is. They're willing to pay you so much for design content. So this is one way you can start to make extra income for yourself. So I'm speaking to all the 9 to 5 hours that don't have a business or a side hustle. You can start to use AI to create digital content. So back to my subject, I was talking about content and brand marketing. So all of my videos, my image designs, my posts, importantly, my posts. If I'm going to post anything, even if I have the idea, I know what I want to write. I first write down a draft. After writing down that draft, I then give it to AI to edit it, adjust it, make it even much more cleaner, and several things like that. So AI cleans it up for me. I then pick it from there and I post. Usually, it will take people hours just trying to write content. It take you hours just trying to write a content, putting a piece together that makes sense. But with AI, in 5 minutes, you have your content, you have your post, and you launch it online. So whether it's in creating the design, whether it's in creating the description, the captions, and what have not. Now, even when you want to post, I said I was going to teach you. Even when you want to post, AI tools, technology tools can now help you to even post your contents online. You've not heard of it before. Some of you, of course, you probably heard of how Instagram can help you to schedule your posts, how different guys can help you schedule your posts. Now, you can even schedule all your posts across multiple channels, across multiple social media. For me, for example, I like to post at strategic times. I don't just want to post anytime. So, but I know that I have my whole day occupied, I have my whole day busy. So, and you know that I have about 10 to 12 content, sometimes 7, sometimes 10, sometimes 12 content. I can't post everything at once because I'll be confusing the algorithm. So, what do I do? What I do is I have a tool, it's called Buffer. With Buffer, I can easily schedule my content across any kind of social media, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter. I can schedule all of my content at specific time. Specific time. I can put it at specific time. I schedule all of this content, and at that specific time, it triggers it. That's when that semi-automation flow comes in. So AI is no longer helping you to just respond to messages or create content. It's helping you to take the action of even posting your content. So all you need to do is just to give it, this is my content, this is the description. I want you to post it at this specific time. And you can be sleeping at that specific time. Sometimes I won't schedule it to post in the night, maybe in the midnight when I'm deep asleep. So he schedules it, he posts it at those specific times, and I'm literally here doing other things that are much more beneficial for me. If you are learning something tonight, type in I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. If you are learning something tonight, type in I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. I trust that many people will start to see or think of how they can start to use AI to even start their own businesses. So whether it's an idea you've been having, whether it's an idea you've been having, you can start to create all of those things with AI. Well, tonight's topic is not talking about business ideas or different ideas that you can create with AI and things. I'm not talking about that tonight. I'm talking about you automating your business with AI. So if you're a business owner, you are going to be learning a lot. And you're not a business owner, you've had an idea of starting a business, but you have been scared of cost, you have been scared of operations, you have been scared of how you can go about it. I mean, you can reach out to me. I still do free consulting. If you want information about how you can set up your business, just ping me anytime. My contact is in my bio. For those of you that are reach out on WhatsApp, my contact is in my bio. You can ping me anytime. Anytime. I still do free consulting. Amazing. So some of the tools I use, some of the tools I personally use for creating my content. Maybe you want to write them down. I use Canva AI. Many of you don't know that Canva has AI. Many of you don't know that Canva has AI. You have been seeing that small side icon, but you have clicked on it before, but you don't understand how to use it. You don't understand what it's doing. Now let's even leave Canva AI. You see that if you are using Canva, there's a button in your Canva. If you just go below, you see somewhere that says apps, apps, apps. If you click on that apps, there are several kinds of other AI tools that you can use for different things on Canva. You don't know. One of them, for example, is called Cordia AI. What do you use Cordia AI for? Cordia AI is used for, should in case you have an image, a design that you've done in the past, and you want to replicate the exact same thing, but maybe change the text or change the information that is there. You can easily pick Cordial AI. Once you pick Cordial AI, you upload your image there. You upload your image on Cordial AI. You can search it out, Cordiaa on Canva apps. You can upload your image there. Once you upload it there, it replicates the same image for you, but it makes it editable on Canva. Interesting. It makes it editable on Canva, so you can pick it and edit it on Canva. So if you don't want direct AI image, maybe you're like, oh, AI has this controller vibe, AI has this vibe, AI has that vibe. If you have your image before, you have a template you want to use, you can easily replicate it using Cordial AI on Canva, still on the same Canva that many people are using, many people are struggling with. So I use Canva AI. I use ChatGPT a lot for planning. I use ChatGPT a lot for planning. So if you're the kind of person that maybe you want to create content, you have zero idea about how to even start. You have a business idea, but you don't know how to start about it. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to go about it. You don't know how to plan. ChatGPT is your planning partner. Many people are wasting time telling ChatGPT, oh, maybe suggest for me what I should eat today, or suggest for me what I should do, or you want to do Google search and you're going to ChatGPT. ChatGPT can be so intelligent that it can help you. It can help you plan your business. You can tell ChatGPT, I want a business, I want to do XYZ in my business, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Create a step-by-step blueprint for me that is guaranteed to help me achieve my goals. I've done these things several times in the past, and trust me, they've worked. They've worked. Even if they don't meet it 100%, they bring you really, really close. It starts to give you insights, what efforts you should take, how you should go about it. How you should go about it. So, if you're a business owner, you're planning to start a business, but you don't know the first thing about that business, and maybe you don't know anybody you can learn from, you can easily go on ChatGPT, start to do your research. Even if your research fails, you can still go back there, refine your knowledge, keep refining your knowledge. You see, many small businesses don't always have people to advise them. Many small businesses don't always have management firms or business management firms and several things like that. I use AI a lot for research and learning. There's a lot I learn on AI. And I'm someone that is very big on learning, I'm very big on studying. If I want to study, I always use AI to help me expound on the subject I'm learning about. And it's very important as a business owner. I mean, I'm even talking about myself as a personal person for my personal growth. As a business owner, you can do so much research. You can do so much. You see, I was listening to teenagers in the US. There's this popular person I listen to on YouTube, Dan Mattel. Dan Mattel was interviewing several teenagers who started their businesses with AI. And you are someone here who is 20 something, 30 something, 40 something, and you're still wondering what business can I start. Teenagers are starting business with AI. How do they do it? They create applications, they create softwares using AI. I heard of a friend, or I heard of a friend, and I also know a friend who even showed me. He created a website for those that are more vested with Bureau de Change, or that are more vested with investment news, business news, and things like that. This guy created a website that picks all of the data, all of the if Punch talks about something, he picks it. If Vanguard talks about something, he picks it. He picks all of those information for specific businesses. So if you want to be listening for specific businesses, you can set it up and listen for specific businesses. And how did he create it? He created it using AI. Another friend of mine, in fact, this one is very much, much, much crazier. What did she create? She one day just taught her friends that I thought her mentees that, oh, you can do XYZ with AI. You can do XYZ with AI. You can create this website. And what did those children do? They went to go and create an LMS platform, learning management system platform, for education people, for schools. They created a learning platform where you can upload your lectures. Say, for example, you're a teacher. I know Femi earlier said he was a teacher. Femi can upload his classes. He can record his classes like I'm currently doing this live session. 1 hour, 30 minutes, for 5 minutes, different classes, different lessons. He can upload his lesson notes there. Just convert it to PDF, put it online, put all of those things together, and he can start selling it online for free, or whether for free or at a particular cost. It's his business. It's his business. But he has the LMS platform, he has the website, people can go in there, see his course, buy his course, and he can be doing anything else while his website is making money for him on a steady by steady basis. This is one of the things that people are starting to do, and they are making themselves serious money. For some other persons, it's about selling digital products. Digital products. There are different kinds of digital products. If you don't even know the one to start, go on ChatGPT. Give me examples of digital products that I can do and I can create easily. There are several. I've made so much dollars creating digital products. I've made so much dollars creating digital products. In fact, I've gotten tired of digital products. I had to leave it aside at some point because I think I had some issues with some of the platforms I was selling them on. So I just had to abandon it at some point. But I've made so much selling digital products. Selling digital products. So different kinds of digital products. It says they use existing data for successful proving. Exactly, exactly. So they give you guides from people that have already worked it and have done it, and they posted this information online. So they do all of these things. They post it online. They share them with you. So I just need to go there and tell them based on my own preference, based on the things I like, suggest to me digital products I can create using AI. And it starts to suggest to different kinds of digital products. I've created so much kinds of digital products, whether it's digital books, whether it's PDFs, whether it's journals, whether it's I've created so much digital products using AI, and I've sold a lot of them. So there is quite a bit you can do using AI, but that's even besides the point. That's besides the point. It's important you understand that whether it's for creativity or even as a business owner, you can start to do so much using AI. I think before I go on, I want to talk a bit about automation, simple automation processes. And I may be a bit technical here, but I would like you to follow me through. So you see, another thing that people start to use business or people start to use AI for, which is very important, is in AI automation, strictly AI automations. Now you see, your business has specific niche process. I was describing to you guys earlier that my business is a content business. I post content online, I create digital products and several things like that. Now, my own is even straightforward. Your own can be a specific niche. Maybe there's a certain way you process your things, there's a certain way you do things. You can start to create custom AI automations that are suitable for your business, that are specific for your business, a specific niche for your business. One of my partners wowed me when she told me about a tool, an AI automation tool that she built in her free time. In her free time. And I feel that if she puts this product online, if she puts this product online, she's going to make so much money. She's going to make so much money. Now, what did she do? She realized that she was spending so much time and not completing the goals that she had set out to do in a day. Say, for example, in a day, she does so much, but she's not able to pick what she's doing. She's someone that is mostly online. She's mostly online. It's either she's on her phone, or she's on her laptop, or she's on her tab. Now, what did she do? What she did was simple. She created an automation system, an AI automation system that tracks her tablet, it tracks her laptop, it tracks her phone. What is it tracking for? It's tracking for productivity. How much time did she spend on WhatsApp communicating with her friends? It tracks it. How much time did she spend on WhatsApp communicating with clients? It tracks it. How much time did she spend watching movies? It tracks it. How much time did she spend learning something? It tracks it. So it tracks all of those things and it comes back to give her insights. It comes back to tell her that today you wasted 3 hours chatting with friends. Or maybe you were really productive today, you spent 8 hours doing this. And then not just even telling her what she did, e now even comes back to tell her or to give her suggestions on how she can improve her performance on a day-to-day basis. So it helps her with her productivity. Honestly, if she carry this thing to market, it's hot cake. Do you know how many people want a productivity tracker? A productivity tool, something that can keep tabs on you, something that can check what you are doing every second, every minute. People are looking for productivity tools, but now AI can track you across your multiple devices. You're the kind of person that spends your time on your phone, you spend time on your laptop, you spend time on your different devices. And I mean, literally everybody spends time on their devices. I mean, if I'm counting 10 people, at least 7 people spend 5 to 7 hours every day on their devices. And these things are true. If you check your devices, for example, my device, my Samsung device, I get notifications every Mondays of how much time I spent on my phone at different points in time. It tells me how much time I spend on watching movies, how much time I spend on specific apps. It lists it out for me, it tells me the time I spend on specific apps. And I can try and see, okay, did I spend more time on my device so day? Did I spend more time on so day? I track all of those things, I see all of those things. These are some of the productivity tools that some persons are building. So simple AI automation systems that people can start to build for their business. Now imagine if you have a business process. Your business is doing XYZ. You now have how you can track all of those things. You can now build something custom for your business that helps you to reduce the time wasted. Something I was trying to do, or I did, not I was trying to do, I did a while back, was I created an automation system that helps me to auto reply my emails. So not just auto reply my chats now, auto reply my emails. So he reads the emails and it comes up with a response for that email. You see, one of the biggest problems I had with it was that I couldn't control the kinds of emails it will respond to. You know, there are some emails that people are just spamming you. There's some emails that people are just sending you promotional emails. So it was responding to every single one of them. It was responding to every single one of them. But I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want it to respond to some people. But to improve the way it operates and things like that, I needed a higher tier version. I needed a higher version of the current package. I felt it wasn't worth the juice, so I just had to drop it eventually. But what's my point? You can literally start to automate any part of your business, and it's very simple. I was teaching, I think in our November or January webinar, I was teaching about a tool, automation tools. There are different kinds of automation tools out there. One of the most simplest ones that you as a business owner can even go on and use right now is called Zapier. Zapier, Zapier. What does Zapier do? Zapier has hundreds of different kinds of automations you can do for your business. Hundreds of them, hundreds of them. Whether you want to do customer inquiries, whether it's for sending emails, it has different kinds of them. So it has it already for you. All you need to do is to go there, specify, connect your apps. You have different apps. You have what you use to log in them. Connect your apps to them, connect your apps to them, connect your apps to them, and it starts to operate for you. Many businesses are building these things on scale and they are making so much. They are making so much with artificial intelligence. They are making so much. So automation saves and reduces time. It reduces the time that you are wasting on several other things. Many a times as business owners, we have so much time that we spend on things that don't matter. Say for example, you're spending time on responding to customer notifications or customers inquiries when you can spend that time to be productive. I've seen successful business owners that don't even manage their phone conversations. They don't manage their phone calls. What do? They have AI tools that automatically filters who they respond to. It's very crazy because most of the times you know that notifications are distractions. Think of it. You have a work you want to do. You have 1 hour to deliver. A notification pops up. You spend 1 minute to check that notification. 5 minutes later, that notification pops up. You spend 1 minute to check that notification. That's 2 minutes in 10 minutes that you spend checking notification. If you use that 2 minutes in that your work, you would have gone even much faster. And the problem with this is that it compounds over time. You realize that you have wasted so much time that you can use to do productive things. So, what is the goal of artificial intelligence? Help you to become more productive. Trust me, there's a lot we can start to talk about. Like I said, I won't delve into the technical parts, but my goal really is to open our eyes, to several kinds of possibilities. Some of these possibilities I'm currently doing them myself. I'm currently even doing them for some customers that we're working with. My partners are handling some of these things for customers. And some of these other realities, you can start to build your business in such lines. You see, businesses start to realize some of these things, and this is why they start to lay off several employees. They start to lay off several people because they've seen so much possibilities that their businesses can do. Think of how much is spent on administration. Think of how much is spent on salary. Think of how much is spent on learning for your employees. Think of how much is spent on employee benefits and payroll and several things like that. Now imagine if you could cut all of those for just $200 or $100 a month. For just $100 a month, imagine if you cut all of those. So there are different kinds of tools you can start to use by yourself. I mentioned Zapier. You can start to use make.com. Make.com can help you with several of your chats, conversations, several things like that. If you have problems with it, I mean, you can always reach out to me. Let's talk about it. You can use your WhatsApp business automation tools. WhatsApp does business automations, but of course, it's mostly on the paid version, so you can't see it on the free version. But WhatsApp does business automation. So, say for example, when someone fills a form and they enter specific details, your email is able to receive it instantly. You have different things put in place that can eliminate some bottlenecks that keeps your business moving smoothly, that helps your business to move smoothly. So it's no longer about building an expensive tool. No, it's not about building an expensive software that costs lots and lots and lots of money. No, you can start to craft a small part of it for your business. And trust me, this is the future. Artificial intelligence is the future. Trust me, there will come a time where we are no longer speaking like this. We are not starting to have, I mean, we're even having it now. We're starting to have virtual rooms where we connect digitally online. All of these things will start to become the new reality. I think we need to start to bottle up. We need to start to buckle up, rather. We need to start to buckle up as business owners. And it's my big plan. You see, it hurt me so much when I lost my job a couple of years ago. But I wouldn't want the same kind of scenario for any kind of person listening to me. Really, guys, I think you need to sit up. This is 2026. It's May 2026. Whatever it is you can do for your business to start to make improvements, make progress, build in its operations, I think it's very important. And even for 9 to 5ers, I think it's time to start to take cognizance of technology, the internet, and artificial intelligence. You start to take cognizance of it. I've shared with you different kinds of ideas you can start with, different things you can start with. It won't be easy as usual, but AI has made it much more easier. It has made it much easier for a business to pick up in 2026. I've talked about customer experience. I've talked about sales. I've talked about several of those things. I told you guys that we built a tool called Assistly that helps you to manage all of these things. Now, what is the future of AI for business owners? What is the future of AI for professionals? And why am I emphasizing on adoption now? I mean, some people will feel that, oh, it does not concern me. It does not concern me. But you see, businesses are starting to become leaner. Businesses are becoming smaller, 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 smaller. Businesses are shrinking. They are shrinking. Why? Because AI has started to suck the way they operate. Businesses are becoming leaner. Smaller teams now are achieving big things. Smaller teams are achieving big things. How many of you know Telegram? Telegram. The staffs that currently operate Telegram are just 30. They're just about 30 of them. 30 people. 30 people operating a mammoth such as Telegram. You know how many billions of dollars Telegram makes every single year? Just 30 people operating Telegram. So businesses are becoming leaner. Smaller teams are able to achieve much more. I mean, there is so much that I would have achieved or I would not have achieved if I did not employ the use of artificial intelligence. If I even got someone, in fact, I'm currently doing the job of 3 people because I have artificial intelligence. I'm currently doing the job of a video creator. I'm doing the job of a video content creator. I'm doing the job of a graphic designer. I'm doing the job of a social media content creator. I'm doing the job of a social media strategist. All because I can leverage on artificial intelligence. I'm eliminating 4 people's jobs, guys. 4 people's jobs. I'm not saying that these people are not important. No. I'm not saying that these people are not necessary. No. These people are necessary, but how many of us are out there? How many of us are willing to employ even much more persons when we can do some of these things ourselves? Eventually, we start to go for quality, quality, quality. Then what happens to the rest of the people? We eventually drop all of these people. So businesses are getting leaner. AI personal brands, AI powered personal brands. You start to see AI employees, businesses that are run by AI employees, AI agents, smart assistants. Claude is an intelligent AI assistant. Claude does so much. In fact, there's so much I do with Claude. There's so much my there's so much we do with Claude nowadays. There's so much we do with Claude. Claude can help you make money. He can literally help you make money. You just need to set it up. Of course, it's not in the free version. Many of you guys, if you are checking the free version, you see all of these things. So. But Claude, there's so much possibilities in Claude. There's so much possibility in Claude. Maybe one of these days I will invite a technical person who starts to tell us how you can build agents. How you can she would share a screen, show you how you can build agents, how agents can help you to manage some of these processes and things like that. So it's not like as if AI is going to replace everybody completely. No, it's not replacing everybody completely. But it's only going to replace those that are not ready for the advent of it. So what is the encouragement? You need to start small. Start with something. Start with something. If you have a business today or you're a professional today, you can start with just planning with AI. Think of the possibility. Just try to start to plan the possibility. Some of the things that you can gradually do. You don't have to take action immediately. Just start small. Start with something. Make sure you start with something. Once you start with something, learn one AI tool before the other. Learn one tool before the other. I've mentioned several tools. I've mentioned Canva AI. I've mentioned ChatGPT. I've mentioned Claude. I've mentioned I've mentioned Zapier, I've mentioned Make.com. Learn one, two. Pick one and learn it. Pick one and learn. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. Pick one tool and start to learn it. You don't have to be master in everything. You can master one tool at a time. Master one tool at a time. Don't just say you know ChatGPT, you can message ChatGPT. How well can you use ChatGPT? Are you creating? I have what I call master prompts. So there are different operations I want to perform. I have master prompts that can help me to perform all of these things. What I also need to do is to go to my library, pick my master prompts, and I have different tasks I want to run in the games, and it performs all of these tasks for me seamlessly. So AI is not here to replace human value. It's here to multiply the effect of the things that we can do. If you've learned something tonight, type in I've learned, I've learned, I've learned. If you've learned something tonight, type in I've learned, I've learned, I've learned. This brings us to an end of tonight's webinar. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, even though we've shared so much, even though we've shared a lot, guys, it's important that you start to practice some of these things. It's important that you start to take action. All of these things will be just mere knowledge, just mere saying if you don't take action. What are those things that you've written down? What are the next steps you need to start to do now? Take the boldness, take action, and take action immediately. It's very, very important. And before we round up, guys, before we round up, we're trying to hit 1K subscribers. Guys, you would have been seeing several of my chats, several of my conversations. We're trying to hit 1K subscribers. It will mean a lot to us if you can just smash that subscribe button if you haven't, and hit the notification bell so you're notified every single time we come online. Help us to hit 1K subscribers on YouTube. Please, guys, we want to start to give so much value to the online community. And I mean, how can we give so much value if our reach is currently limited? So please, guys, help us to hit 1K subscribers on YouTube. It's going to do us great joy, great honor. And for those that are going to be watching this much after, you can also like and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions, of course, we can always have these conversations, have these webinars every week. We have these webinars every single week. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for sticking around. Cheers, and do have a good evening. Bye, guys.